Good morning. Okay. So let us start. Let's start with our eyes closed. And we're going to do a little meditation. Connect with your breath. On the inhale, perhaps pause at the top and exhale. And find your own rhythm. I love how most of you have your feet on the floor, grounded. You need blocks to put your feet on, that's okay as well. But as you take your inhale, I want you to set your intention this morning on your hearts. You hear okay? On your heart. And we're going to do it from a position of allowing our heart to lead. Please do that again if you can't hear me. Okay, I'll tell them. I'll quiet. So as you breathe in, your heart just kind of takes over with the pulse. Breathe out, grounding, finding your source from feet up, but also noticing your heartbeat. Setting your intention this morning, and I'm going to read a little thing that I found this morning that I thought, and I'll share the rest later. I will try my best to walk the softer way and allow my heart to beat. So as we're taking our steps today, doing our positions, think softer way and allowing our heart to lead. That will be our intention today. As we open our eyes, let's start our thymus tapping. Our thymus tapping is where we take our fingertips gently on the top of the sternum, where our thymus lies below that. It is part of our immune system. This is called our joy point. Some of you like to do 2 fingers on that as well. We'll do this for about a minute. It also increases our energy. And hum along. You can just visualize that gland, the gland, part of the lymphatic system that helps our immune system. Gently tapping. And also being thankful for our lungs. This time, I will watch the time for you. You may feel some tingling, you may not. You may feel a little bit of energy. Continue your breathing pattern as you do this. And it's okay if I hear your breath. And then let's take our feet scooting toward the front of our chair. We're going to find our neutral pelvis. You can put hands on belly. You can put, I like to start out with my hands on my knees or my thighs. Press your belly back to the back of the chair as if you're arching like a cat. So this is going to be our cat-cow. Puffing out those shoulder blades, really feel that belly go toward the back of the chair. And then come forward as if we're pulling ourselves forward, opening that heart, but not compressing the lower back, our lumbar region. And then continue to move back and forth with pat, ow, moo, you can meow, whatever gets you going. People laugh about that, but when you do that humming, that is a vibration that reaches every cell in our body. So those of you that are singers know how important it is to hum and to sing. Really enunciate those movements in your spine when you do this. Gently back toward the back of the chair and forward. It should feel really good, a nice stretch, and then overemphasizing the shoulders coming forward, opening up that heart. Breathing as you do, finding that neutral spine. One more time, and then come to that in-between place. And you can place one hand on the belly, one hand on the back to feel that you're in a neutral position. Your lower back is comfortable. You're pulling up from that core. And we're going to try some things. We're going to tighten our glutes. We're going to raise up just a little bit, and then we're going to release. Tighten the glutes, and it goes all the way down in our hamstring, doesn't it, when we do that, the back of our legs, and back down. Tighten, and back down. And I love how some of you are following my hand movements. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's like I'm directing you. But you get the gist. It's just a gentle up and down flow. And with your breath, allowing that heart to open. Okay. Take your left ear. We're going to switch it up. Did you see how I did that? And drop it to your left shoulder. We're working on brain plasticity. We usually start with our right ear. Breathe through. If it's too much, lift your head up just a little bit so that you're not straining those neck muscles. And then turn your nose to your left ear gently. It's not going to touch. And gently roll back and forth from ear, nose. Don't forget to breathe. So maybe you're inhaling on the ear, exhaling as your nose turns to that shoulder. Breathing through those tight neck muscles, allowing them to relax. And then come to center. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Somebody did some gardening. Just flow into those areas. Breathe through those muscles that are tight. And then nose over. Turning back and forth gently. Ear to shoulder. Nose to shoulder. Several times until you really feel like the crunchies are gone and you're releasing those neck muscles. Breathing as you go. One more time. Coming up. Let's do some shoulder rolls. One way, getting that released, and then the other way, if we're doing the butterfly while we're swimming, feel what that does all the way through your diaphragm. Then let's start our marching. And what I like to do is I resist. Those of you, again, that have been doing this, press into that leg as you're coming up. And then soon we will add And this is where it's really important. You see how it's important to get that neutral spine when we resist, because we're adding more pressure, leverage as we come up. Then do the same arm with the same leg, marching. If you need to come forward in your chair, that's okay. Breathing as we do, leading with your heart. So what is your triple S doing? Your triple S is your skull, your spine, and your sacrum, all in alignment. So if I were to put that broomstick or bamboo pole, it would be straight up. Now this is the tricky part. We're going to do opposite arm with opposite leg, using brain plasticity, switching it up, not in frustration, remember, but curiosity, to the point of curiosity. And that's what creates new pathways from your brain. You guys are really good at this, little toy soldiers. Okay, bring your hands together. Breathe. Now let's open our heart by doing an X. Open, close, open, close. Watch your diaphragm. Make sure you keep your strong core by doing this so that you don't overemphasize or arch that back. The diaphragm down, but expand outward this way as you're doing that arch. Does that make sense? Good. Now, let's come out, cactus. And we're going to stretch our hands out. Let's do little circles forward. Breathing. I can feel my heartbeat. Letting our heart lead, go backwards with our hands. Now we're going to switch it up. Let's go up with our palms and forward. Good. Really intentional circles. And then backwards, palms up. Good. Do you feel the difference in the stretch in those muscles as we do that? Good job. And then, why don't we get our bands? Have your band. And let's put the band under our foot this time. We're going to work bicep, tricep. I will put it closer to you. You can wrap the band. Some of you have these tubing, some of you have the regular band. It doesn't matter. Create the tension that you want. I want elbows glued to your sides for protection. Come up, pull, and then slowly come back down. The slow on the way down is really important to create that tension so that we don't just whip it back. So up, and do that about 8 to 10 times. We've done this long enough that I think you all can do this. Feeling those elbows in the side of your side body. As you breathe, don't forget to breathe. And what is your triple S doing? Nice job. So you're not worried about what your toenails look like. Even if you just had a pedicure, you're looking with great posture. Okay, I think I did one too many, but that's okay. You get the gist of it. All right, let's pull the band in front of us. I'm going to make it taut in front of me, and we're going to do the one-liner where we have a whole vertical column. Let's call it a column. So create the tension when you start, and that tension is going to be the stability. Do you feel it here when you do that? That's what we're working. So the tighter you can make that, the greater in your upper abs. So let's go down. Feel it also in the outside upper arm, your deltoid, and then up Watch your diaphragm. Don't arch your back. Let your heart lead as we go up and down that column. Pretend there's a lever right at your shoulder area. So I'm not really coming out of my shoulder girdle. I'm keeping it there so that I can work those muscles. See what I mean? I'm not coming way up and out like this. I'm just stopping, going not very far up here, and then come down. Do you see the difference? Breathing as you do, because you know what we're doing? We're creating oxygen. We're utilizing all those little blood cells in our bodies to breathe. Good. That's what we'll do today. All right. Now let's take our blocks. Put it between our knees. We're going to press in. You may have to come forward in the chair a little bit. I want feet flat on the floor. We're going to practice standing without our hands. Okay, so pretend we're on the floor. Meaning, I mean, we're not going to sit like this with our legs out, but we're not going to use our hands to come up. We're going to use our core. We're going to use our glutes. So press and then ignite the glutes as we stand up, arms up. Good job. Press. When I say press, that means press into that block. What's your triple S doing? Skull, spine, sacrum. Come halfway so the bum goes toward the back of the wall. You're pressing into that block to protect those knees. And let's lower ourselves to the chair without reaching back and without plopping. Nice job. Let's try it again. Now this time we're going to focus on our feet. Remember, we had the foot transfer of the weight. So you can start on your heels here. We're going to press into the block. We're going to roll through the foot as we stand while igniting those glutes, coming up, and I want pressure on the full foot. Imagine a car with 4 tires. That's your feet. Come halfway. Now let's lift our toes. Put the weight on the back of our heels. What is your triple S doing? Good job. I'm seeing you lift those feet and kind of march. Press into the block because I'm feeling this, the tension in my adductors. That's inner thighs. Let's come slowly back. Our bum finds the chair and we sit. Good. How you doing? Okay, for those of you that want to try the balance, let's put the block on our head.
Oh, so ambitious. God bless you all.
I have to show John. He's watching. Okay, so press into the block. We're going to remember all those things. It's just going to come natural. We're going to roll through our feet. We're going to ignite the glutes and up we go. Coming up, keeping our triple S, arms come up, press into that block. Really press. Release a little. Press. Come halfway. Thumb comes toward the back of the wall. Press into that block. You're doing so wonderful. Take one hand behind you. Now bring it back. Take the other hand behind you. I'm adding a little brain plasticity, aren't I? And then let your bum find the chair. Good job. Okay, you can spank me. Okay. Good job. Now, the next time we stand, we're gonna pretend as if the block is there, okay? So you know, that's how we ignite those muscles. We use our brain to create new pathways. So let's roll through our foot, igniting the glutes as we come up, pressing into that imaginary block, and up we go. Good. Bring your hands down to your sides. Turn to your right and walk around to the back. Okay, good job. Now let's come up. I have to use Ken toes because John's here too, but we're gonna do Barbie and Ken toes. So we're gonna come up on our toes, holding onto that chair, stretching. Lower leg, feel that? And then roll through that foot, coming up on the heels. Feel the stretch in the back of the calf. Do it again, coming up on the toes. Honestly, you don't think you're working these. I bet if you look at your calves after you do this several times, it's getting better. And then roll back all the way through the whole foot up on your heels, really stretching that back. Can you roll to the outside of your heel? You feel the difference? Roll to the inside of the heel. Just ever so, it's a subtle thing. Your knees come a little bit. This is kind of what we do with our inversion of the foot, eversion. Now come so that it's central, located on the heel. Feel the difference? And then come flat foot. Good. Okay. Let's step our right foot back. Left foot is going to be bent. I've got a flat foot in the back. I'm going to rise. Coming up through my core, we're zipping up that core. Nice job. Feel how strong you are. Feel the balance. Now notice your heart. Your heart is leading, but balance your feet. Rock back and forth so that you get 50-50 on your feet. That's how you keep a strong position. Now let's bring our left arm to our left thigh and turn towards your right. So you're twisting from the pelvis, opening up. Feel how open that feels. You're opening that heart. Feel a nice little stretch in that shoulder. And then come back to center and arm up. Now let's do it with the right. Our right hand will come to our left thigh. And let's open up. And I want you to just notice how differently that feels. You feel a little twinge in that lower back. So lift up from it a little more then. And then you don't feel that twist. Come to center again, arm comes down. Come to mountain, step the right foot forward without using the chair. Hands can be on the chair, step the left foot back. Right foot is bent. Really strong glutes. Come up, out of the core. Arms are straight. We're going to do a different thing here. We're going to take our left arm. We're going to put that on our right thigh. And we're going to be a little bit bent over. Right arm is up in the air as if we're looking for traffic coming. Feel the balance on your feet. It's important to equalize that. Now come back up. Good job. Hands on the chair. Step the right foot back with the left. Let's come into our downward dog. My legs are going to be slightly bent. Come forward, stretch out those shoulders. Feel a stretch in that upper back. Heart is down, but it's still vibrant. Feel the pulsating. Lift your right arm out horizontal to the side. And then let's thread the right arm under the left as we try to keep that lower back very neutral, opening up, threading through 6 to 8 times, just gently, nice flow. What's your core doing? Are you letting it hang or are you tight? Stop, bring your arm to the chair. Stretch out again. Watch that neutral spine. Keep that core tight. Left arm comes out horizontal. You can look out to the left if you'd like, and then we're going to flow that arm through and under the right arm, just gentle. So we're working that shoulder. Do you feel how gentle that feels with all those shoulder muscles? And tightening the core at the same time. Tension in the core protects that lower back. Ladies and gents. Opening up a few more times, gently, slowly, using your breath. Good job. Step the left foot forward. Really stretch out that right back leg. Bring both arms behind you. Palms up. Opening that heart. Do you feel that? Lower those shoulders as if you're a straight arrow. Now, can you balance where the weight is? It will be a little bit on the front leg, but now put your hands on the chair again. And I think we have enough room. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer the weight to the left foot, our forward foot. Bring the right knee up, front. And it's okay if you don't come all the way up. And then back down behind you. Try that again. Right knee come up. Back down behind us. Right knee come up. Back down behind us. One more time. Right knee up. Back down behind us. Good job. Step the left foot back into downward dog. Take a nice deep breath. Step the right foot forward as we come to slight standing. Stretch that left leg out nice and straight. Feel that stretch. And then if you have enough room, let's bring the left knee up and back. Left knee up and back. Left knee up and back. You're balancing and you don't even realize it. Left knee up and back. And are you pushing in the chair when you come up? It's as if you're doing a plank or a cobra there. Good job. And back. And let's stay right there. Hands back behind us. And you can bend at the waist. Keeping that triple S in alignment. Opening up that heart area. Bringing the shoulders toward the spine. Look forward. Notice where your weight is on your feet. Place your hands back on the chair. Step the left foot forward. Nice job. Let's come into goddess. So our legs are going to come out a little bit. Feet are at a 45-degree angle out. Notice your pelvis. Try to keep that neutral. If you need to keep one hand in front, one in back, just to notice where that goes. Strong, zipping up through that core. Cactus arms. So we're pouring the cement, ladies and gent. And we will stay forward as much as we can with our pelvis. Let's turn to the right. Opening, center, left. Feel that in the back of your shoulder. Center, left or right, center. Try to keep your cactus arms in the same spot. Left, center, right, center, left, center. Good job. Did you feel it back in the back of those shoulder blades? Now take your cactus arms. We're going to reach up to the right. Nice breath. Come back to cactus arms. Up to the left. Down to cactus arms. Up to the right. Down. Up to the left. Up to the left. Down. And up to the right. Down. Nice job. Let's circle those shoulders. One way, now choose the other way. Circling those shoulders. We've done a lot of work on protracting and retracting those shoulder blades, bringing them closer, bringing them away from the spine. And how about one at a time? And just let your hand go down the side of your thigh as you bring it up and down, stretching that side body. Feel the wave coming soon. We're going to push it away. Hands in front of you. Let's push to our right. Whoosh. Push to our left. Whoosh. Right. Push to our right. Push to our left. Push to our right. And push to our left. Hands on the chair. Let's lift our right heel up. How does that feel? Kind of scrunching that. I'm on my toes. And then roll through that whole foot and come up on your heel on that right foot. Good job. Now flatten it out. Do the same on the left. So lifting up the heel on the left. Feel that all the way up through that thigh and then roll back down. Weight on the heel, bringing it up. Good job. Now flat foot. Now cross your arms in front of you. You know what's coming. You love this, don't you? We're going to do the grapevine. So the grapevine, we will do it slow. When we cross either behind the leg, one leg behind, or we can cross in front. So I'm going to let you choose which way you decide. I'm going to go behind and front, or behind to start. Ready? Cross, open up, cross, open up. Keep going the same way. Cross, open up. Cross. Now see if you can do it opposite. Do one time in front, one time in back. One time in front, open. One time in back, open. Now mix it up. One time in back, open. One time in front. We're using our brain plasticity. creating new pathways. It does not have to be fast.
It's easier if it's fast.
Okay, do it fast. Do it fast. She's got the beat going. Okay, good job. You're coming on this. Is it getting easier?
Yeah.
I hope so. Okay, rub your hands together. Let's get a little chi going. Oh. Okay. Then we're going to move. Let's face the windows. Let's face this way. Outside leg is forward, inside leg is back a little bit. You can keep a soft knee or even bend it. Outside arm comes up. We're going to transfer the weight from equal feet to the outside front foot. And we're going to bring the arm horizontal as we transfer the weight, and then we're going to lift the inside foot up. You may keep your hand on the chair for balance. Then come back up. Foot comes down, arm comes up. Equal balance on both feet. I'm going to let you do it on your own. Transfer. Arm to horizontal. Side foot comes up. Take your arm off the chair if you'd like. Feel all four corners of that foot. And what is your triple S doing? You can point or flex that inside foot. Breathe, 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 breathe. And then come back up. Foot comes down. Hand can come to the chair. This time we're going to add one more thing. Our palm's going to come all the way through, flowing through, and it's going to end up. Okay, so arm up, transfer the weight, bring that weight forward, transferring, inside foot comes up, our hand and arm come all the way through to our little airplane. Palm is up on the outside arm, and if you want to add that inside arm, palm up. Really strong core here. It's okay if you wobble, it's okay if you fall. Sometimes it helps to balance, to flex that inside foot. Breathing, strong bodies. And then come back up. Lower the foot. Nice job. Let's try it on the other side. So the outside foot is a little forward, inside is a little back. It's like bending your knee. You're equal pressure on both feet. So rock back and forth. Bring the outside arm up. Transfer the weight to the outside front foot. Bring that arm to horizontal, and the inside foot comes up a bit. Doesn't have to be high. Breathing. Feel all four corners of that foot, and then come back up, and inside foot. Good. This time we're going to add a little. So transfer the weight to the outside foot, horizontal the arm, inside foot comes up a bit. If you want to add a little balance to that, take the hand off the chair. Feel the four corners of that foot. It's okay to wobble. And then come back up. And foot comes down. This time we're going to bring that whole arm all the way through with palm up. Nice deep breath. Transfer the weight to the outside foot. The arm is going to come all the way through with palm up behind us. Inside foot comes up. You can flex that foot, and if you choose, you can take your hand off the chair. Palm up. Feel that strength. Here's your modified airplane. Feel the four corners of that foot. You balance. Dorsiflex that inside foot, which means flex it. Feel the strength. Tighten your core and come back up. And foot comes down. Good job. Okay. Let's bring our arms in front of us and cross. Then we're going to make an infinity symbol. We're going to cross as we're doing circles on the outside. It's going to look like this. Together. And you can cross the other way if you want. I know, we're adding brain plasticity.
Now rub your bell.
Change it up. Lift your right foot.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. You can just add whatever challenge you want. Good job. Okay. Now, shrug those shoulders up to the ears. That feels so good. One at a time. Either side. Nice job. Okay, let's turn toward the windows and let's do our Niagara Falls. So Niagara Falls is, we have a steel cord cable. We are going to balance our feet. So let's take the outside foot in front. Our heel will be to the back toe. The back foot's toe. Keep a softness in your knees. Hand can be on the chair. Equalize the weight. So rock back and forth. It's a little windy day. Those falls are bringing that moisture on our body. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. Rocking back, finding the equal weight on each foot. Now take your balancing pole and lift it up to the side. Rock back and forth on those feet, making sure you're equally balanced. Now choose to put your hands in whatever way. Some people like to do tree. Some people like to swim. Move. Feeling the strength in those feet along that steel cable. Wind is coming up. Now it's dying down. So wobbling back and forth, finding your balance. Now let's walk forward. So we're going to take the back foot. We're going to transfer the weight to the front foot without looking. Find the heel to toe placement just by feeling. And then after you place it, you can look if you want to cheat. And then find your balance again. Equal weight on both feet. Transfer the weight again to the front foot. Lifting that back foot. Heel is going to find the toe. We're going to walk forward. And we're going to equally balance the feet again with balance, either with tree, you can do prayer hands. Wave at the boat below with those little fellas down there waving at us. Feel that breeze and the mist on our face as we balance. If you'd like to try walking out a little further, transfer the weight to the front foot. Heel comes to the toe. I'm off my mat, so this is allowing a little bit more balance. It's uneven underneath my feet, but I'm still able to balance. Now there's lightning in the midst. We got to get back, but we're going to do it slowly so we don't fall off the steel cable. Transfer the weight to the back foot, right foot, toe finds the heel. Without looking, walk backwards as you transfer that weight on that steel girder, finding your balance, whatever position you choose with your hands. Walking back, sometimes I like to bend those knees till I find that heel. Keep coming back. Good job. Give yourself a hand. We're back on land. We're off the cable. Okay. Take your left foot, put it over your right knee if it's available to you. Otherwise, you could just cross like this with the knee over. And then sit back a little bit. Hands can be on the chair, taking a nice little stretch. Bending that bum toward the floor. Should feel a nice stretch of that outside hip. Yes? Okay. Breathing. And do the opposite foot. The right foot finds the left knee, opening up, finding that nice sitting stretch position, stretching out that outward knee. Be gentle with yourselves, especially if you've had hip or knee issues or surgery. So we should try the eagle too. We'll try it next time. Up on your toes. Work through that whole foot and then come up on your heels again. Up on your toes, working through that whole foot. Ooh. Stretching out, and then come up on your heels and stretch the back of your calf. Good. Now, if you'd like to choose the block or tree, we're going to do tree pose. Take your block. I'm going to stand on my right foot this time. I'm trying to switch it up every time. My right foot is going to be the pillar. My block comes to the inside of my right foot. Bringing the knee up and externally rotating so the knee comes out to the side. It can come up on that block. You're still balancing doing it this way. If you want to put your foot to the calf or the upper thigh, that's totally fine too. Then find your drishti, your focus point. It can be on the floor, it can be on the wall, but something that's not moving. Find that, and then bring your hands to prayer. Quiet yourself. And then choose whatever position you want your arms to be in. You can lift your breath. Tight core, strong hips. Feel the four corners of that pillar of the foot that is supporting you. Fall. Find your way back up. Starting to see how the core influences your balance. Let your core go at one point. Just kind of stick your belly out. What happens to your balance? And then tighten it up. Just play with that feeling. It really helps your balance. It pulls you up. When you're ready, back down. Right foot over the left knee. Let's stretch that out. Sit back into it. Or you can come all the way across, sitting with knees crossed. And then let's find our way to our left foot. You can still use the block at any height. Let's bring it up higher to see what that feels like. So all four corners of the left foot. Find your focus point, something that's not moving. Bring that right knee up and out. Find the block or your lower calf or your upper thigh. And then find where you want your hands positioned and quiet yourself. Focus on that point. Breathe. You're ready. Let's walk back to the chair. We're going to do some hula hoops just to get those hips. So step back quite a ways, stretching out. Bum is toward the back wall, wherever. And let's do some hula hoops. Or other people like to say, cleaning the inside of the cement barrel. Go one way, big circles. It should feel really nice. If you want the challenge, you can take your hands off the chair and put your hands on your hips. In whatever way challenges you to the point of curiosity. Now I'm going to go the other way because I missed some spots on the inside of that barrel. Make sure your core is engaged. I'm bending my knees all the way through. They're soft knees. Go round and round. What's your triple S doing? Oh, breathing. Good. Now let's go one side. I'm going to my right. Take our right arm or whichever way you choose to go. Put it up to the side. I'm pressing my hip in, stretching out that right side body. Good. Right hand comes to the right side. Let's stretch out our left hip, opening up. A little bit different movement with our hips here than Goddess, isn't it? We're not in cement. Nice job. Okay. I'm going to try some knee. We've got a few minutes. Let's try some knee circles. So they're going to look like this. I don't care how you do it. I'm going to do it with my left knee up in the air. And I'm going to make big circles with my knee as I'm holding onto the chair. All those areas. Rotating that hip. And then choose the other way. Go the other way. It's easier for me to flex my foot on this, but you can choose whichever position for the foot. Now place that down there. Do you have enough room to do the right? Bringing the right, maybe step away from the chair and circles with your right. We're working the fascia. We're not just working the muscle. Sometimes the fascial tissue, that connected web, gets so tight, and now go the other way. Breathing into it. Doesn't matter how high your knee comes. Good. Now step that foot back behind you. Bring the outside. I think you're all kind of in the same way. Whichever is outside, put your outside arm on your thigh. Come forward. And can you look toward the chair and kind of bend at the hip? rotating at the hip. You feel that nice stretch in that leg? I think you guys are all doing it pretty much the same. Maybe put your back foot, your inside foot back. Do you feel the stretch there? Good. Okay, now come up. Now let's bring the inside foot up, outside foot back. This is going to be a little trickier because we don't have anything, but keep your hand on the chair. Come forward a little bit and then twist and look outward. So we're opening up that heart. We're doing it a little bit different. Maybe the outside hand comes to the glute, opening up that heart, opening up the shoulder. Breathing, coming to center again and back up. Nice job. Okay. So if anything hurts, please just don't do it or sit or slow down. Let's come to sitting again. And we're going to stretch out our legs again. Let's dorsiflex our feet. So my toes are to my nose. I'm bending, I'm flexing those feet. Feel the stretch again. It's just a little bit different because we don't have the weight on our body. Point our toes. Plantar flex. Feel that? I really feel it in the front of my ankles. Now circle. One way, the other way. Here's our favorite part. We're going to open those toes, just open them. And sometimes people say if you open your hands like this, it helps your toes. That's a brain pathway we're creating. I want you to be aware of that. Now stick your tongue out. I'm kidding. Touch your right ear. Okay, now point your toes again. Good job. Circle again. Inversion. So I'm taking, my knees are coming together. The inside of my foot is going toward the floor. I feel it all the way up in my hips. How about you? Then eversion. We're going to come so that the soles are facing each other. They don't have to touch. And my hips externally rotate. Do you feel that? Opening up the knees. It's hard, but if you can get this and practice this, you will not sprain or break that ankle. I promise you. Back to flat. Soles facing down. Inversion again. Turn it in. This is the one that hurts me. Breathe. And then gently roll to eversion on the outside of the feet facing down. I think we're getting stronger. Getting stronger. Good. Now just pedal those feet. Good job. Pedal the hands. You can do it simultaneously, one side, or you can do opposite. Okay, good. So we're using our brain plasticity. And come forward a little bit on the chair. If it's available to you, you can lean all the way forward. I'm not going to, but you can put forearms on the thighs and just bend forward, opening that heart. Pushing with those forearms. Do you feel that? You're still protecting your back because you're not letting your core flop. You're tightening that core. What are your shoulders doing? They're trying to come to the side. Retraction. Nice job. Let's do our Garuda Mudra, which we take our fingertips inside each other. This is envisioning something that is blocking away. And then bring them in front of you. So they're not interlacing, they're just grasping each other. And pull out with shoulders down and relaxed Try to take the neck out of it. Maybe you circle that head, take the neck out. Pull just as hard as you can. Visualizing that path ahead. Maybe this is that heart path we've been talking about. Something in the way. A blockage. Visualize that moving out of the way. Perhaps in your life, or a dear one. Breathing. Allowing your heart to connect on this path. Please brush off your arms, each side, letting it go. And if you can remember which way you had them positioned, do the opposite. And you're going to pull, 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 pull. I feel it all the way in the back of my shoulders. But I'm still going to keep my neck out of it, I promise. Pulling, visualizing that heart path. Breathing, moving that stone. That'd be cool if we could just blow away our path. So envision that. Just blow it away. Oh. And release and brush off your arms. And let's do some Qigong hands. Relaxing, relaxing, connecting with our breath. Okay. Opening up, closing, opening up the arms, closing, hands to prayer. Walk softly. May each one of you find that heart path today. The light in me breathes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.